Well, let's get more on this story now. We're now joined by Dr. Afyare Elmi, who's an associate professor of security studies at the Qatar University in Doha. Professor, can you just explain to us, is this all about the fact that President Farmaajo has not left office, or is there more to this?
Well, I mean, that's actually a part of it, but there is more to it when it comes to the governance approach of the leadership for the past 4 years. There were a number of issues that most or many actors actually did not like. One of it was the relations between the federal member states and the federal government of Somalia, and others were more on the parallel institutions like the legislature and the court system or the rule of law institutions. So when you look at it, the president had difficulties in managing the political forces that were in the system, and therefore he came up with some sort with what he, I mean, with what we termed that he was trying to kick many people out of the system in Baydhaba, in Johar, in Galmudug. So, and also with the speaker, former Speaker Jawari and former Chief Justice. So when you look at that approach, this actually created mistrust between the political class within Somalia.
Indeed. Now, some talks have been going on. They've been strongly encouraged by the international community. Who exactly in this international community can influence those talks?
Well, overall, the international community is led by the UNSG or SRSG, I would say, James Wan. But in terms of, I mean, influence, I would say the Americans have the biggest influence on Somali leaders. And when you look at back, I mean, what happened in these talks, it was because of the international community that Somalis met and agreed in September of last year. And also it was because of the international community pressure that Somalis again met in Dusamareb about 2-3 weeks ago. So, I mean, and even if you look, I mean, the leverage is largely coming from the budget support that the international community provides, the legitimacy it gives to the institutions, and also the peacekeeping institution, I mean, forces that are there that are brought by the international community and paid for it. So if you look at it, the international community overall has a very, very big influence, and they are the only ones that can.
So the international community has a lot of influence. What about President Farmaajo himself? Does he have the political will to seek out a solution?
Well, at least when you look at the lots of examples that happened in the past, either he doesn't have the will, or even if he has the will, he doesn't have the political skills or the political capacity to handle the problems. What has been happening was actually political class going apart, rather than actually bringing them together and managing it. So it appears that he was operating on defeating adversaries rather than managing them, and that's what you have.
Okay, Dr. Afyare Elmi, Associate Professor of Security Studies at the Qatar University in Doha. Thank you very much for your insight into that story. Thank you.
Thank you.